It's just joy. It's just joy. Scott's mama asked us. Mama Banks asked us, "What's in those cups?" Now you know. Joy.
Holy water. Alkaline.
No, because I don't want nobody sending. If you want to send gifts, don't send me no alkaline water. Let me tell you, we will take
We need some alkaline water to balance out the other things we drink.
bourbon and tequila
You can put a little finger of alkaline water in there.
and rum.
Drinking rum and Coca-Cola.
I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. I'm a high full. Rum and Red Bull. That's what he looked like when he was on that
Why
verses
don't we
too.
know
When
the
he was-
words?
it was like, Sim Simma, who got the keys to my beamer? Who am I?
They got them sugar.
I and I. In a rush. Pass me the keys to my truck. All right. Just, I'm here all night, folks.
Something is wrong with you. I can hear the rhythm.
That's the problem. It's that one of us starts and the other
And no
one finishes,
stops.
and
No one says,
no one
hey,
stops
hey,
it.
pause.
No, we
No
just
one
go
says, hey,
right there.
time out.
No,
Time out.
Yeah.
No one does it.
we need
And
like
here we
a
are.
third person
Yeah,
that will
like a
pull
straight
us
man.
out.
Yep.
Yeah,
You need that straight character to be like, hey, at the end of the
But we don't have
Seinfeld.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like just a one person who's sane. No, it's just two crazies together.
cheers. Huh? All right, are we gonna start this
All right.
thing?
Headed to the PTA meeting after this.
You, that's not fun.
I am.
I'm going out to dinner with my daddy. Huh? He didn't see me tipsy before. Matter of fact. You gonna give me a clap? You gonna do it for me? Hmm?
You do so good at production. Look at you. That little fade out of the
Child.
music and the microphones fade back in. Come on. Let's get a round of applause, everybody, for Maria Newport. You know, you know, like when somebody performs and then they put their hands out like my band or my orchestra. You know?
That was
Very
me. That
good.
was me. Bowing. Okay.
Good job.
Who are you this week?
I am Doja Cat. Now known though, because we've shifted a bit, right? We are the artist formerly known as Doja Cat, now known as MC Flap Chunks the Third. Flap Chunks.
And you will address her as such. Hmm?
I don't know if she's fully Flap Chunks.
She
I
ain't.
am though.
This one is flap chunks, huh? We like a little flap chunk action around here.
I'm gonna fill out whatever you got. Top and bottom. I'm filling it out, Sean.
You're mad at it.
It's gonna be stretched in any whatever it is.
Wherever you put it on me.
All right,
Huh?
put it on me. Gonna be filled out. We fill pants over in this piece.
And I'm Saweetie.
Oh, tap, tap, tap in.
She my best friend. You're a real bad.
She don't need no in the strip club. Now my girl gon' tip. And she throw it back in. And we're both wearing, we've been wearing our Savoring t-shirts, and we're both wearing t-shirts today that are about eating tacos. So mine says, tacos por favor. And hers says, mustache riding champion.
And we are the Joy RX.
Where we prescribe joy as a therapeutic tool.
And that's all we're going to say
That's
about
all
that.
we're going to say about that. We are
So-
fully in our season of savoring and appreciation. Listen, I told you we was
Which
going to
is
be a
why
problem.
This is on par.
I told you this was going to be a problem. Savoring's going to be a problem.
Yeah, we're going to stay here for a while, y'all. I'm trying to find additional shows that we can bring
that
you.
we can
Let's just stay in this. Let's just ride it through
Why
the summer.
Not? Why wouldn't we just savor?
Mm-hmm.
The whole point is don't rush the good feelings. Stay in it.
I want to be right here.
Okay. What is it? What is savoring and appreciation? What is our definition?
It is to experience a thing, enjoy it completely, relish in it, and understand its full worth.
It is greater than just the recognition of the things that bring you joy.
Mm-hmm.
It is additionally the awareness of how you celebrate that recognition.
Yes, Lord. All right.
Savoring and appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start off the way we've been starting off, right? Capitalizing on the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What does savoring look like in real practice in your everyday life? I let my tape rock till my tape popped. That's savoring. Now, this is only for the old people. This is not for the old people. If you ever played the tape until that tape got messed up, you stuck that pencil in there, and you tried to roll around so that you can fix your tape, you know why your tape got messed up? Because you played it so much. You were savoring it.
Mm-hmm.
Like now you can just keep hitting rewind. You can actually put it on repeat. Back then,
children don't know our struggle.
Take a tape out, turn it on the other side, fast forward, then put it back in so that you can hear that song again. It was a whole process.
Struggles from the 1900s.
And it was worth it. Your little Sam Goody tape. Come on, Sam Goody. Come on, Music Land.
You had to wait at midnight on a Tuesday night at Tower Records on that whatever you were waiting on. Yes.
All right, for that tape to come
Children these days, they don't know. They don't understand what it is to. You savored that thing. You had to put some effort.
Mm-hmm. You had to work for that. If it came on the radio, you were like, everybody be quiet. You did not get out of the car because your song was on.
Oh,
it was coming on, you know what I mean? Like you really, and that was like a viable excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I'm a little late, but that Tevin Campbell came on.
Listen, I'm ready.
I was late because of
to
Alone
with
you.
you.
It was Alone with You. I couldn't get out of the car when that came on.
What's Alone with You?
I just want to be alone with you. When that would come on, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm still in the car. I can't come in. And I didn't have a cell phone to tell people I was going to be late.
What was the first tape that you ever got?
Oh, that's super old. I don't know.
When I tell you, I swear to God, this is the first tape that my father took me to purchase. My father. I swear to God.
Okay.
In the same day, he took me up to Telegraph to get Tina Marie.
Good time.
I'm Out on a Limb and NWA.
Come on. I had NWA tape. You know what? Mine might be the Beastie Boys.
I was 11. And I was like, I must have this, and Daddy, you have to take me. I can't buy it on my own.
So then my parents didn't know what it was. I mean, they was like, Beastie Boys.
Yeah, right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, and they were,
and then they heard it.
See, look, they were being racist. They were probably like, they look white. They're probably not, you know what I'm saying? They probably not cousin.
They didn't know.
Yes, I actually won concert tickets to the Beastie Boys. I couldn't go.
Because you were too young? Yeah.
And my mother was like, I heard that they do things to young girls on the stage. And I'm thinking, let's sign me up. I want to get to this beach. I could not believe. I was telling everybody in my little school that I had gotten these tickets. You had called to the radio station. I had called into the radio station.
We have finally arrived in OnlyFans land. I just want you to know. We're here.
What? We might have already been there. You're the mustache riding champion. I'm just tacos. Both of our shirts are about eating tacos, though.
Eating tacos. That's it. Okay. You tasted a thing so good that you started to dissect it. Let me tell you, the other day, my child made some salmon croquettes.
What's in this?
I want you to know. I said, I looked her dead in her face as I'm chewing. I said, Masai, I'm tasting curry.
Is that paprika?
There's just a hint of turmeric. She said, yes, Mommy. She I said, I want to say that you crushed some capers.
You
She said,
stare into it?
Listen,
Did you stare into it?
look,
Did you
look
do
at
your
it.
fork like this and look
I
into
said,
it?
is that
What's
fresh
in here
dill?
bringing me this much joy?
Listen,
What's inside of this croquette?
if you don't do that, you ain't savored it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you got to dissect it. Laughing with someone heartily.
We do this daily, easily.
But you didn't hear the joke.
We've no idea. First of all, I'm going to tell you what happens.
Their laughter.
We do this. I'm going to tell you what we do. We just do this. We've said nothing.
What?
We've said nothing.
And you're already crying.
And this.
You're already crying.
And we can't breathe.
You're already crying.
There are people out there, Joy John Leroy, Joy John Janan, Joy John, Ricky, and Melanie. They can tell you about a time that we have been near death. We've said nothing.
We didn't even say anything yet.
We've said not one word.
Scott going off on us. What y'all talking about?
Do you remember when we did
What y'all talking about?
when we did ski when we did ski jump? Listen, I'm not even going to tell you all what the joke was.
Jason knows what it is too.
Jason knows what it is too. First of all, Scotty was mad at us.
He was jealous.
He was
jealous. He wanted to laugh that hard.
He had been scowling all day.
Mm-hmm.
The second we started looking, we weren't even talking.
He couldn't help it. He started laughing.
He's over on the couch. He had tried to be mad. He was over there to my,
y'all stupid.
y'all dumb.
Y'all
so
dumb.
stupid. He couldn't help it.
I was like, just let yourself laugh. Come on.
You got to.
In fact, I'm going to start. Then I started to Google it.
Then
Look at pictures.
Then we went on a rabbit.
He's like, get that off your phone.
Okay. What's the next one?
I let my computer close.
The exaggerated frown when the beat gets funky. Let me tell you, every single one,
Listen.
and then comes the 2 and the 3 and 4.
Yeah. Think about like the beats that just you got to stop.
When that thing
What? Who's still talking to explosive?
Explosive.
Grinding.
Go shit.
You have to make that.
If you're
face.
not doing that,
are you listening
really
to grinding?
like? Come on,
and you're just like
grinding.
Royal Williams is so talented.
If you do that, you ain't savoring.
You're not
You ain't here where I
savoring,
am. Mm-mm. You got to get it's a.
Now this is one I have to work on doing it. This one will do it.
Oh, yeah,
Taking hella selfies when you know you cute today.
You know you cute.
I love seeing that, to be honest with you. I love when my sisters do that. When they just take a picture cuz. I'm taking a picture of myself and posting it because I just like how I look today. Come on, sis. I love it.
Because I was in awe and wonderment of myself, and I need to capture it.
And that meant you were savoring it. I'm taking this picture and I'm showing it with the world.
Mm-hmm. And like it, y'all. Heart it. Like, go on ahead. I see you, sis.
Savor
Do
in
all of
their
that.
beauty.
Yes.
Savor in
Do that.
Savor in that. I love that.
Some people will
Take
be
a
like,
selfie
oh,
today.
she's taking another selfie. So?
What?
So?
Absolutely. Scroll on by if people's joy bothers you.
Whoop. We're going to talk about that today, too. All right. Telling everyone about something and insisting that they watch, that they listen, that they experience it right now. No. I want you to.
Listen, I have to give value for this because sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to look at that. I'm not going to like it. And people are like, no.
I want you to stop right now. You have
right
to
now,
hear this.
No.
You
Look at it.
You haven't seen the Joy RX podcast. Turn it on right now.
Everybody do that.
Change the channel.
Everybody do that.
That's what I need
You
you to
ever seen
do.
the Joy? Let me just get you a little clip right here. When they turn bop into a Negro spiritual, you ain't seen that part. You didn't see that. You didn't see the mini renditions of Ain't No Fun.
You have to make people
Gospel
stop
and other
right
words,
there.
you got to make people
right there.
stop.
Right now.
What? The Joy Journal just
Didn't my Lord deliver him up? If you're not, they have to see it right now. Oh no, you must. can't.
That's
we're
still
going
funny to us.
Yeah, of course.
It's
It
still-
got to be funny
Like
to you.
to us, it's funny though.
No,
Like it's not
it doesn't
even,
have to be funny
like,
to you.
I
It's still
mean,
gonna be
we
funny to
still
us.
think that's funny. I can watch an old podcast. I'm crying. It's me. I'm still laughing at that. Oh, that's funny. Stopping to dance to your jam in public. Now, wait. Now, listen. Now, I live in South Fulton, so like even the music that comes on like at the public, sometimes you'd be like, wait a minute, like a croaker. I was in the aisle one time. Sis was feeling me. She was like, wait. I was like, okay, Kroger.
Sometimes it be that
And
way.
then a man comes down and he's like, he's like saying it to himself.
Yeah.
He thought he was alone. So he's just like, he's just kind of going. He's looking at his, you know what I'm saying?
Guess who's back
And
in
his,
the motherfucker.
he's getting his Goya beans, you know what I'm saying?
Goya.
But he didn't realize that we were also in, so we
All
just
of us-
savored
all of
right
us
there
savoring
in
it
the
together.
international food aisle.
I was once in Harlem
Like, okay,
on
girl,
135th, and I had earphones in, and this is my bop to this day. Baby Be Mine sends me into
Which baby be mine?
baby, you gotta
Baby,
tell me that you love me. So I started dancing on the corner. I want you to know this man had to have been 75 years
Baby,
old.
be mine.
He starts dancing with. He couldn't hear the music. I was like, "Come on, we gonna do this together."
I love it. Our first night in Cuba, our girlfriend Carrie, we were just walking up. First of all, Havana is just off the chain. They're full of this, right? And I think it's because they don't do a lot of internet and TV.
So
Right.
you gotta save her.
Live music is
Yeah.
everywhere. They bust out drumming, dancing. I'm talking about in the street. And this older man just grabs Carrie. At first I was like, wait a minute. Because like our first time I was like, hold on, is Havana safe? Oh, okay. When I say he grabs her into the street and they just twirl and get to dancing. And then the rest of us were like, okay, we were like in Cuba for like 2 hours. Right? That is savoring.
And don't stop your friend. Don't be like, you don't even know him. What are you? Let them savor it.
It was a whole bunch of us and he was like 70. It was fine.
You know what I'm talking
He
about?
twirled her real good.
Okay. All right. Staying in a place cackling with your friends until it closes and then staying in the parking lot for an additional 45-minute cackling still.
But this is why I can't tell anybody that I'm headed. I'm getting ready to
know,
leave
'cause I'm in the
because I
moment.
don't. I
I'm
can't
savoring
promise
it.
you. You said you're getting ready to leave 90 minutes ago. See, yes.
Yeah, but then somebody told a
I
funny
was, and then
joke.
somebody said something funny on my way out. You stand there. First of all, I stand there with my purse and coat on, hollering, laughing for 40 minutes.
Crying,
Then
face
we
wet.
go outside. I'm standing at the car, still cackling.
We have done this.
But that's the savoring. The place has closed. They have put chairs up around, and you are just in there crying, laughing. Still, I can't. We've done that in countless places. I mean, like
God,
countless.
we get the lights turned on.
I mean,
us
it really has happened in
let me tell you something.
many places. It happened one time in Pascal's, and they were like, "Please, y'all."
I want you to know when I was in college, it was the night before I had to take the teacher's exam. I should have been in the bed at 9.
Man,
When I tell you that Laylee and I went to Kaya and we danced that thing until they turned them lights on,
lights
we were
came
on the stage. They had to
Mhm.
ask us to get down.
please, it's just
I
time
was
to
just
go. It's time to go. We would close every Funk Jazz Cafe.
What?
Let me just help y'all clean up because we're still
we might as
here.
well be here.
We're still here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a good one.
Swallowing.
Boop, boop. All right, next one.
You can sit. You're savoring your food when you're swallowing it,
Your tacos
and just
and your hot dogs.
and your protein shakes. Spitters or quitters. We're gonna get that little.
Who put this list together?
We're gonna put that. We're we're gonna get that parent advisory thing. I want
I
that. We're awesome.
I put it on every single one. You're safe, folks. Okay. Loudly and proudly, strongly and wrongly singing
Come
a
on.
song.
Come on. We talked about Marvin Bell last week. We're gonna talk about Deborah Bell now. When I tell you that Deborah Bell will sing a song, my mother was singing, and I'm talking about all the words are wrong.
Every last one.
But you just let her just go
Loud.
ahead.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone years believing that D'Angelo was saying, "You're my lady. I think I'm a lucky nigga." I don't know why I thought. Years. I was well into the early aughts. No?
Oh.
No, apparently it's not.
Oh God!
I remember.
But I get so many songs wrong. I really don't care
Bridget
anymore.
used to sing.
I don't care.
Sade, because you never know what she said. She said, "A wompate." What is a wompate? What is it?
But I mean, in her defense, unless you looked at the lyrics, you often don't know what it is.
Listen, I don't think the words matter. You know, let them be what they
Savor it.
Savor.
But that's why the savoring part is that you're loudly and proud.
That's it.
You are out
Yes.
there screaming.
You
You'll
have
go
to
to
do it with
karaoke.
conviction. Yes,
The,
and don't look
the
at the words.
are on the screen. You don't care.
I
I don't care. I'm gonna say what I've been saying.
Yes.
Mama said, "Don't stop," and my clothes off. Mama said, "Don't stop, my clothes off." That's what he said. And Mama said, "I want you to know that a Michael Jackson karaoke will throw you off." I've been singing all those songs wrong.
Oh God.
What?
Yes.
That's what Michael Jackson was saying the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. You never need to know the words.
Nah.
Yeah.
Let me keep
We're
saying
enjoying it. Yeah.
Speaking of, that's dancing until those lights come on.
Like I said.
Right? Until you have completely forgotten about, you really know you're savoring when you forgot about all the little things that were important to you when you were coming into the party, right? You didn't kick those shoes off, mad that you wore them, wishing that you just put some gym shoes on. You thought you were really going to wear those heels the entire night. Your face made up. That's fine. It looks all smeared now. Whatever you had, your hair.
You're sweating.
My hair goes through this changes, right? You know what I'm
rises.
saying? It gets puffy and puffy. By the end of the night, I done put a little thing on it. Kim Wasn't said, she was like, "Oh, I know the party's jumping when Kanika pulls her hair back." She's like, when I come into a party, if Kanika's hair is already pulled back, I know I'm going to stay.
I pull mine back
This thing
too.
is right.
Yeah.
She's like, when that hair pulled back, much like that.
3 weeks ago, we were at Buteco. The Joy John Brock he knows about this. I want you to know, Salah was so done. It closes at midnight. I want you to know it had to be 1 a.m, and we were
Keep on
outside
going.
singing at the top of our. We were two-stepping.
You ever
we were
keep
out.
singing a song and the DJ has turned it off?
But-
I don't care that you cannot pay for all that. Whoa! I would never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever let you go before I know.
And then you start singing the music too. Bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam.
The
bam,
DJ is
bam,
packing
bam.
up.
We still two.
Then what you go?
Boom, 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 boom.
You started
I
the
won't
line.
let you go.
You started doing electric slide. You started it after he was finished. You started it.
Nah. We just-
Everybody has a
Soul
part.
clapping.
2 people who don't sing are soul clapping. Somebody else. I can't let you go. Somebody doing the ad libs. What?
We can't
You
take
will
a
not
hint.
shut it down.
We have savored it.
Because we're savoring. We are appreciating the moment. We are in such appreciation of the moment that boundaries,
They don't
like
exist.
closing times,
Boundaries,
like folks looking, like the lyrics being right, none of that matters because
that,
I'm
yeah.
in.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
And you don't live your life in, right? But you got to go in sometimes. Go
That's
in sometimes.
good. It's not every
We're
moment.
always trying to
but it's
hold
got-
ourselves. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Okay, I don't want to just go. Why not?
Go right there.
Go in sometimes.
Yes, go in.
Let yourself just have a moment. You'll be back. You'll come out. You don't drown the moment.
Well,
Get
I
on
love
in
it.
there.
All right. That's like my favorite part now of the
What?
podcast was just reliving all of the ways that you capitalize
All
the
the ways
moment.
that you could just savor and appreciate. Listen,
love it.
when we do that on purpose, because none of these things required money. None of these things required getting on the airplane and going somewhere. None of these things required 52 people. None of them. These are things that you can just
and
do.
yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you will just allow yourself to go there. Yeah, that's real good.
I sang in Publix the other day. They were
Loudly, I'm sure. Yeah.
I sang that whole thing.
I know this much is true.
Again, I was like, "What? You better
And
80s
the
jam
thrill of my head.
and a pill on my tongue."
I was today years old when I learned that lyric right there. Never knew.
So how do we inspire these savoring activities? Again, if there are things that, if this is what we want to do, again, we want you all to be doing these things. We want you to be entertained by us, but then we also want you to leave and say, you know, what can I do? I think I need to increase my savoring and appreciation to add joy to my life, right? What can we do to inspire these savoring activities?
What can I do? Boom, with this feeling, some kind of love, sweet love. What can I do?
That's savoring.
It hit me.
Just going in the moment.
Had to go in a sparkle.
Don't hold yourself back.
All right. So sharing with others. This is a real thing, y'all. Actively seeking out other people to. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened today. I was just coming down the stairs, and she said, "I'm twirling, I'm dancing, I'm in your kitchen, and I'm dancing, and I
was
am
by myself. I was just,
She was like, "Ask me why."
yeah, my hands were lifted. But I tell you, I was in that moment.
She was in that moment. And it brought her so much joy to say it. She couldn't just contain it and just to hold on to it. She had to share it with someone else. Yes, it amplifies your positive emotion.
It did. And then when you have somebody who like greets you with the same joy, you know, who greets you with it, who gets it, who, you know, other people be like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody be like, I know why that's meaningful.
And
for
then
you.
they start adding, they might point out additional positive experiences aligned to the, you should also be happy because.
And I didn't think about that. Thank you, friend. I mean, do you see it? It's
Here's the
a
other thing,
shared
too.
savoring. It's savoring by proxy.
How you going to stay upset when you watching somebody? She was
Twirling.
No. She wasn't. She was leaping through my kitchen.
I did. Right back in.
She leapt around in a circle.
Right around your little island. Just-
How am I going to sit and be down in the dumps watching her leap? It increases the joy of other people watching you share in your excitement.
Sometimes we're afraid of that, though. We talked about that a little bit earlier, about being afraid, especially if you feel like the other person is not experiencing the same joy, or you might, you know, people might be envious of what's kind of happening in your life and whatnot. Share it anyway.
And share it even louder.
Share it anyway.
Listen,
right?
either
Because
you're
that
going to
actually
come
can
along.
help you and them. Yeah. Don't dim your light.
Never.
Don't dim it. Don't dim it. That's never. And again, I'm not saying that at some, you know, at somebody loses a partner, you'd be like, my man's alive. No, that's not what you do.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that, right? But I do think that when you delight in something, and it's a genuine delight in something, it for people who are truly connected to you
And can I
love
say this?
you, that makes them joyous. Whenever I've been down, I want to hear the other people.
And that's
please tell me something good.
I would implore you to look within yourself. If you can't relish in someone else's excitement, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you? Because then that's not that their joy is offensive.
Mm-hmm.
You've taken offense to their joy. You got to figure out why.
Why that is.
They're not wrong for being excited.
Mm-mm.
And don't dim it for them. If you need the space to get better at experiencing that, that's fine. kindly see yourself out, but don't
Don't
diminish
reduce
it.
them.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do. Well, we're actually talking about that in a few minutes also. But yes, that's a real big thing. When people share in their joy, add to it.
Yeah.
Sis, and also this is amazing because
Right. Give them more even to be excited about.
Mhm,
Participate in that.
mhm.
All right, memory building by intentionally creating a memory. Intentionally creating a memory. Put a pin right there. People can choose the elements from that experience that evoke more pleasure in order to savor that moment to the fullest. Like take a mental picture of the event, right? Keep a journal or a scrapbook, like document your memories, literally make them. I try to do that with my daughter regularly. Right, we don't just do things together. I also try to document it. This time, everybody knows I love the holidays, but I did like these family Christmas photos, and I remember thinking, family Christmas photos are for like people who have like both parents and like 2.5
family.
kids, right, and a dog,
yeah.
right. And I remember just like me and Zuri alone we're gonna put on our pajamas, we're gonna take these pictures, and that it was such a memory. I will never forget the experience of taking them. People's responses to it. People were just like, you freed me. It's just me and my son. I'm about to take, I saw people, copycat pictures popping up. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like people were freed by that. Was intentional about making a memory though of that moment.
That's good. Yeah.
You like to take pictures of things. And
Well,
sometimes I forget.
I'm a scrapbooker. I have a whole scrapbook room upstairs.
She's a whole like famous like magazine scrapbooker. Like a whole scrapbooking like royalty.
I have some lovely scrapbooks, but mostly
no. Like you've not seen a scrapbook. Like you're thinking of like what you used to do with a little sticky tape and put it. I cut this pictures out and I put it a collage. Nope, that's not what I'm talking about. What she makes. She can quit her job and just do that. I'm not kidding. It's of that level of mastery. But it builds such memories for people. When we went to Barack Obama's.
I did.
We came back and we were like, oh, we had our pictures, you know, and I'm like a whatever picture taker. So, you know, you just get your pictures off your phone.
Yeah.
She made these beautiful black and white picture books of the entire experience and gave it to each of us. And all of us have these beautiful books. And that's oh my gosh. If we ever get away from that, we have this book that we can go back to, you know?
I'm very big on, this is what I realized. So I was just telling a woman at work about this. Somehow we got on a conversation about, a lot of people don't know that like Ancestry and all of those companies are actually run by Mormons because they take scrapbooking and holding on to your memories very seriously. That's why scrapbooking is a huge, it started primarily in Mormon communities.
I did not know that.
Yes, and so I was telling this woman at work, I was like, this is why my house is covered in pictures of the most mundane. I have a picture somewhere in this house with her and April just eating sausages. It's one of my favorite pictures, right? It's nothing. It doesn't have to be of the most elaborate experience.
Of us being sworn in as president of the United States.
I want to capture the most basic moment because it takes me right back to there, how we were having fun, all of the experiences of that day. Pictures are really big to me because of the memories that are associated with them. Even if all you do, we all have access now because we have camera phones. But even if you don't do that, y'all, I remember on The Office when Jim and Pam got married, they would do this thing where when they wanted to hold on to a memory, they would just go, because they wanted to hold on to, make a mental image of it. You know, you just want to make
the
sure
song that you were listening to. You're reminding me. I used to do this whenever I travel. I'm a big traveler. I've been to more countries than states in the United States, and I used to buy a picture book, like either just from somewhere, and then I would print out pictures and put them in that picture book. But then I was like, where do I store all these? So I think I stopped doing it. But I think I'm going to start doing that again because that's nice to pull something out and be like, Nay Paul, you know what I'm saying? And just because you can go through them on your phone, but you may not But having it, that
So here's a
physical
little trick.
representation.
When
Come on, tell me something good, Strap Booker.
You're going to love this.
Come on.
When you go traveling anywhere, the first day when you're in the airport, buy yourself postcards for the numbers of days that you're going to be there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
every day, at the end of the day, write yourself a postcard of what you did and send it home to yourself.
I've done that, but I only did it once.
You got to do it every time.
I like that.
Yeah. And then you make a picture book by posting the postcard with the pictures from that
I
day.
love that.
There you go.
Look at you. Just come on, memory builder.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Sensory perceptual sharpening. So this is kind of aligned to what we were just talking about. Purposefully focusing attention on specific features of an experience. So we talked about like the song that was playing, the taste of the food that you were eating. That can enable people to deepen their positive experience or explore it in more detail. Close your eyes and just get. It sounds frou-frou, y'all. I swear to God. When the next time you feel just joy coming over, just stop. What are my
just
five
be in it.
senses feeling? Okay, this is the song that is playing. What do I smell? That is enough to keep it with you. Every time you smell that thing again, hopefully it don't stink. But
And even if it does.
if it's cow manure, but you were on the farm having a good time. I'm telling you, seriously, just like sitting in front of the ocean with your eyes closed while listening to the sound of the waves. That's a way to narrow your attention and enhance the inner delight. While you're sitting at the beach, closing your eyes and running your hand over a seashell. You'll remember that.
You'll remember
at
that.
a deeper level. That's savoring.
I'll never forget the food. We went there twice. We've been to Puerto Rico a few times. This might have been the first
Go
time.
all the time.
Your cousin took us to a restaurant.
Oh, that was good. That
And then he took
mofongo.
us to it twice. Because he was like, you don't want to try something else?
No, we
Take
want
us
to go
back
right
to that
back
place.
there.
I had whatever this shrimp.
Yes, we did.
and
Mofongo.
the
You had
rice
shrimp mofongo.
and
Yeah.
beans. It was so cool. I feel like I still remember it.
Absolutely.
This was over 20 years ago.
No, legit. It was 1999.
It was over 20 years ago. I remember the taste.
That mofongo
of
was
it.
off the chain, man.
Literally.
I've never been able to recreate that
How
mofongo.
it tastes. And then we've been going back to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Like you have it again. You're like, oh my gosh! Remember we were like,
Alcapurrias when we went to the beach. And,
I can when I tell you, I can taste because I was eating them after getting out of the water, and they were
Yes.
saltier because my hands were salty. I remember that so much.
with a pina crush and just
Come on,
that, yes,
you got to go all the way
all
in.
the way.
Self-congratulation. Now, sometimes we're afraid of doing this. Do that.
Yeah.
Savor your individual success. Savor your collective success. Relish in your achievements, right? It's a way to really savor those positive moments and bring those back up. When you go through those little self-esteem dips, you need to have those periods of time where you just sat there and celebrated yourself. I really think people should do that. I mean,
Absolutely.
some people just do these amazing things, and then you're just like, you know what I mean? I think you have to stop for a second and be like, wait a minute.
Take a moment. Yep.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Stay there in that moment. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, go ahead. Like really give yourself a second. Take a picture of yourself on that day. So when you're like, I don't know if I'm really doing anything. I don't know if you're right. Remind yourself
You're pretty damn awesome.
you're pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So comparing is one. Now, this isn't the comparison that we always tell you, don't compare yourself to
comparing.
others and stuff like. No, that's not what this is. This is comparing an experience to an already magnificent experience that it tops. Let me give you an example. You remember those tacos that we had at the taco truck, and we said that these were the best. I found a better taco.
See, she triggered the memory of something amazing, a previous taco experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then for her to say, this one it
Tops
goes
it.
beyond it.
I'm telling you. You remember I told you about the way he kissed me? I'm telling you, this one here.
Took it a step further.
This one
met
didn't
his bid
listen,
and
huh?
raised him.
Huh?
Huh?
We talk
This
like
one
this.
met
We
him
totally-
and raised him a couple of bucks.
I'll see you that pucker.
I'll see you.
and
I'm
I'll
gonna
raise
go.
it.
That thing that he wasn't willing to do, I'm going to do it twice.
Savoring.
Huh?
Yes, but
Savor.
that's a strategy that you're comparing the experience to a different setting. It could be something from the past. It could be what other people experienced to increase and prolong the positive emotion of that.
Because that's what you're trying to do.
experience.
Remember, we are
Yeah.
trying to add joy to our lives. We're trying to keep joy consistent.
Yeah.
And that is what we are trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? Behavioral expression, that has to do with physically manifesting your positive emotions. Right? You can amplify these feelings by literally express it for real. Like, don't just. For people who listen to the podcast, I did not move my face. That was good. That was such a good show. That was such a good show. That does not encode it really in your memory. Like literally,
Yeah.
having a moment where you're like, oh my gosh, clapping, right, for the thing, shouting out, laughing, letting, what are we afraid for other people to know that we're savoring something?
I'm going to post
I don't
this
want
on
you
the
to know that I
socials.
think this is good.
There's a video of there's a woman in Africa and she was graduating. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know if she was the first one in her family
Oh, I saw
to
that.
graduate. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe listen.
Don't know. When the celebration,
Now that was a celebration.
not just the people in her family, but her. She must have been from somewhere in like South Africa.
South Africa.
They
looked
do
like South
that
African
kick
dance.
dance.
Don't
She, with her cap and gown and a dress, a rather short one, I want
care.
you to know, she kicked that leg up several times. And the family, her
They
old
started
ass
to
mama,
get like, you know what I'm
was
saying? They were like, yeah! You could just see the hype coming. Wear
That's-
it.
I'm getting chills right now just
Wear
thinking
it.
about. That's how you experience a thing. You're going to hold on
Yeah.
to that thing right here. That behavioral expression, that is going to keep that with you.
You don't remember
Forever.
things that you just went
What?
to. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't stay in the memory when you do that.
No, you got to stand up. You got to stomp your foot. That's how you remember it.
Because it's what you want to do. Like what people are convincing themselves, well, I'm just not that person. I'm not an expressive person. I'm not that person. You were as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You were not a baby like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I could use some milk, but mom doesn't have any. I'm just gonna chill. Mm-hmm. When you were tickled, you were not like, That's not who you were. Somewhere you
Yeah.
got taught that it was manly. Somewhere you got taught that it was gangster. Somewhere you got taught that you look weak. Somewhere you got taught that behaviorally expressing a positive emotion was whack in some way.
That it's low vibrational. In fact, the low vibration is in keeping yourself from the expression.
Mm-hmm. And please don't go to your children's baseball game talking about that was really good.
Get a bullhorn.
He knows I care about him. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to look into those stands and see your smiling face.
Cheering him on. Whatever he's doing. If he's sitting on the bench.
If he's sitting on the bench.
You see my bench warmer?
You better see
Best
that.
bench
I see that you're ready to go. When the time comes, you're going to be ready, baby.
Keep that energy. It's whatever it is. We're going to celebrate it. Yes. Temporal awareness. So we talk about this. We're very serious about this, y'all. Like, You've got to stretch out an experience. There, everything, every moment is fleeting. It's gone. It happened. It's there. It's in the past. It's done. Right? But unless you make the choice to stretch out that temporary experience. Again, it's that meta awareness of how do I make this longer?
How do I allow this thing to influence me as long and as positively as I can?
Ready or Not is my favorite song. My favorite song, hands down.
Ready or not.
I'll give you everything, every little thing, and more. Listen, every single time it comes on, I run it back again.
Oh, she goes into a whole thing. Her head's back. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountain. She bought tickets to After 7. She just bought tickets. I said, "Oh, look, After 7." We were in City Winery. She was like, I was like, "Look, After 7's coming up." She was like, she bought them right there. We were sitting there.
It's After 7, y'all. It's not. I mean, it's.
They sing "Ready or Not." Hold on.
Whatever it is.
She was like, "I'm going to go and hear my song."
I once dated a guy that knew that if we were in an argument, if he played Ready or Not, that I'd stop. He did. He knew it.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
I'm going to try it on you.
The second you put it on, I go,
I'll give you everything. He can sing. Little Babyface, little cousins and brothers or whatever.
I dedicate my love, my soul, my heart beats for you. And I can't get enough. I'm awake for your love. There's nothing I would rather do. I give you
everything.
Baby.
I give you more. You got to know it, baby. He sings that.
I'm telling you that I have to make
baby, just say
the moment longer.
It's yours. Oh. Baby, we about to listen to this podcast over. We're going to literally, as soon as it's over, we're going to put it on.
I can't wait.
We are. Like, we're not joking. Because we don't play about joy. We don't play about it.
And we want
you to do it too. We want you to do it too. When there's a moment you have, we Shazam any song that sounds like it. It's our most used app. You know, people be like, "What's your most used app?" Shazam.
I leave it on auto Shazam the whole entire night while I'm out. I'm not playing.
That's a thing you can do?
Yes, you just hold it down. You don't have to keep. You just hold it and press it.
So when the DJ's just going in, I don't have to keep running back and try to just catch the song.
I've captured.
That's how you caught that night at Whiskey Peach. You're a scholar.
I'm telling you.
You're a genius.
My knowledge of ways to hold on to joy. It just.
That's genius. Why do we Shazam everything? If you don't have Shazam, that is a way to
shouting out things that should be paying us.
Yes, right.
But I tell you, I will Shazam a thing.
You welcome Shazam, right?
I got to have.
Because I'm not going to let this. If something is my jam, I'm not going to know this African man's. You know what I'm saying? Music anymore. I'm not going to find it again. I got to have it so that later on. I want to know what other people are Shazamming. I want to hear. Sometimes in the car, I just play the Shazam list.
Yep.
What?
Sorry,
that's what I'm doing.
My daddy's calling me.
Oh, it's almost time.
In a second. He'll be all
singing
right.
"Ready or Not"
Right.
in a mustache riding t-shirt.
Moving on.
Counting blessings,
baby.
Attending to and reflecting. Right, upon your positive experiences. And the reason one might be grateful for the experience, that's important, right? Not just looking over the positive experiences, but like, why would this be special? Why should I be absolutely grateful? Why should I be thankful for it? Why is this a blessing to me, this experience? Not just it was great, but really, have you ever just sat there and thought about something that was great, and then
the
thought about the
time.
miraculous ways that it happened. It didn't have to happen that way.
And then I just
series
cried.
of miracles happened so that you could experience a thing. How did it?
This is very different from, I'm grateful for this. No.
Mm-mm. This is literally looking at the blessing it was to like have the experience. As much as we talk about how it was hard to get back from Dubai, we went to Dubai like in business class for like $300. We might have spent $500 the entire trip. We were in Dubai for like 2 weeks in like a 4-bedroom. Remember
I'm
like
not
that big old
joking.
like condo?
We had a beautiful, I can't even.
The whole thing was so hookup.
We would go to the club and people just loved our energy and was like,
Just come on in.
I'm buying
Y'all
their
some
drinks
live
all
looking
night.
Americans. We don't know who y'all must be, but come through.
But come on. We want it. We want to be around
Whatever it is. I mean, I've never been in clubs that opulent before. Remember when I was
There
like,
were solid gold statues in front.
are we just laid out on these velvet couches
God.
and people? I was like,
You
what?
talk about a time
was had.
We went to the gold soup.
It was
She
like
still
13.
Do you have yours on?
I don't have mine on. I had it on early.
You did have it on earlier.
Yeah, it had to be like 13 of us. All of us
We
get
got
on
it
an
in.
airplane because
got
we
it in.
have one Morehouse brother that was started working at United as soon as we graduated, so that he was able to get these kinds of buddy passes.
We were out there jet skiing.
Come on.
We were out there. I knew
Riding
a
camels.
time.
Time. But it was a miracle for all of those things to come. The people who came together. We weren't all living in
I can't even
Atlanta.
explain to you.
We were living
surely
all
were
of you
not.
were living in New York at the
I
time.
surely was.
Jibril was in DC. People were all over the place. People were. I mean, like it was just how did we all coalesce?
There was
to
no
go?
reason for us to all be there, except there was.
Right.
Yes,
And baby,
Lord.
business class
Baby,
on
count these blessings.
on Emirates Airlines. Okay.
A time was
Time was
had.
hard. But I mean, it's just that, when you think about how the miracles that I'm a mother, that I even am a mother,
for real.
is a miracle in so many ways. I had no idea that would ever happen for me. I mean, through so many things, you don't just like, thank goodness I have a baby. Like, having a child
You
is
have to
awesome.
shout that thing
You
out
have
at
to
the level
stop and
of which
savor.
it blessed you.
Right. But that's true savoring is counting the wow. Wow.
I'm not supposed to.
Look at this.
I'll start crying in here right
Listen,
now. I get
this
to
kitchen
count
was
some
burnt to
blessings.
the ground. What are you
Baby,
talking
I
about?
want
It was
you to know that
underwater.
this was to the studs.
To the studs, this
ceiling
kitchen
was
was.
hanging out.
They probably don't think we mean studs.
Okay, I'll show a picture.
I said studs. I'm saying nothing in here but old wood
nothing.
stuff. It was dangerous to be in here. When she would come around, I'd be like, I know you sad about how your house is in complete ruin.
Complete.
But I was like, you can't be in there because mold.
You could see through the walls.
What walls?
Correct.
What? She being generous. There was something. She didn't have no walls.
There were fans in here for weeks to
Yes, 'cause it was just
draw
to
out
dry-
the moisture.
I was
Get
like, you
outta
can't be in here, babe, because mold. I know you, but I want to see it. Maybe I can salvage. I don't have any shoes. I said, well, baby, then
Nothing.
you don't have any shoes.
Nothing.
She didn't have any shoes.
Nothing.
Literally.
Nothing.
Literally. They were all gone and ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have to like pause for a second
You really do.
and be like, wait,
You really
what?
do. Yeah.
That is some savoring for you. That's how you really
Listen.
make, because you're not just celebrating the experience. You're celebrating how you got there.
I'm not talking about just making a list of the things. I'm talking about sit in that moment when you really get to count your blessings at the level to which they bless you. Baby, that thing is about to take you out. If you just
It's so
sat,
good.
just
It's
sit
so good.
still.
It's so good. I was joking with friends. I was like, dang, I want to just get paid for being awesome. Like I don't want to work. And one of my friends said, you do. Let me be quiet. That silenced me real good. I do. All I do is do my personality all day. I mean, and I'm saying I have clients of mine who watch this and be like, look at you being yourself. Like
We
this
don't
is
have
me.
to come out of who we
Listen
are.
to me. Teaching college, I'm about like this. No, but none of my students are like, oh, she's so different. They'd be like, yeah, that's the Dr. Bell I know. I get paid.
She said it about me today. She
For
said,
people to-
I thought you were joking when you said that you were like this at work. That she
I
heard me on a work
overheard
call."
her on the phone. First of all, that she answered the phone and what she had on. I was like, it's a FaceTime call.
I was
like-
on video.
She was on video in this little outfit, had on her easy earrings, she was just like,
Yes.
that you're able to do that.
And well.
Right? And that we're able to do you know what the blessing that is? People hate their jobs.
Just
People
as
wake up
I am.
and
I show up
cry.
as I am and I get the thing done.
I'm able to go to work and do the things I believe in.
That I believe in. That I don't have to compromise myself at all and I get paid for it.
I get paid to come out here and do the things
Baby,
I
come
believe
on.
in. That's wild. That's wild. Have I been that faithful, Lord? I don't even.
Baby. I serve a
Why
mighty
am I
God. I don't know about
worried?
nobody
Worthy.
else. This God I serve.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
And even if that's not your particular story, you have one.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You have one.
Yeah, you do.
There is something you can look at positively in your life, and you have to be thankful for. You had a great family reunion. And think for a second, who was there?
That I was blessed with this entire, like all
That they
these.
were
There's some
there.
people who have 3 people in their
You
their
went
whole
home
family.
to celebrate like an auntie's 100th birthday. She was there. She blew them candles out. 100 years old.
You were the first one to graduate from whatever.
From
I don't care if
whatever
it was high school. You were the first one.
Wow. Wow.
Blessing.
Wow. But take a moment
could
and
do a
savor in
whole-
that. Just in that.
We could do.
When we get to
could do-
gratefulness, we'll probably talk about that.
Shh.
We're going to cry openly on
Wailing.
I'm
Wailing.
grateful for the
Listen.
things that you have done.
Hey.
We won't even go in there. We're not even going to go in there.
Grateful, 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 grateful,
Grateful,
grateful,
grateful,
grateful,
grateful,
grateful, grateful, grateful, gratefulness
is
flowing from my heart. Look,
How do we get there?
If we get that modulation going, moving on, because we could be here all
Keys
night.
keep going up. They're going to keep going up.
Grateful. Okay. This is now this one. We should have talked about this one last week when we had on our Game of Thrones.
Yes. Why? Why are people balloon busters?
Don't do it.
Why? Why is popping another person? But like some
don't do
people really take delight in it. I can't wait for you to say something so I can just come and tell you why it's not going to work. Why this isn't it. You know, this is such and such. What?
I just never understood Game of Thrones. I never got into it. I can say I'm happy to say I'm one of those people who shut up.
This post is not for you then.
You better scroll on by.
This post is not for you.
Scroll on by.
I don't understand why being a Grinch is so much fun to people. I don't get it. I don't get it. To stop by someone's, they're in the
Whatever.
midst of their
Whatever.
joy so that you can insert something that would bring them down a notch. Misery just loves company. How about get company by joining them in the joy? Instead of like, no, I'm going to knock them down a few pegs so they can feel as miserable. That's that whole like incel concept. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who are like the involuntary celibates. That's
be
why
a
they're
joy
so
thief.
angry online. How about you get joyful? Maybe you won't be involuntarily celibate. Who want to sleep with somebody who's just like, "Arr, I hate women. Well, that just warms me to you. You hate women. What? Avoid that killjoy thinking.
Avoid it.
Get it out of your head. Get it out of your mouth. Get it out of your life.
It's the devaluation of whatever someone else is experiencing. You see a group of people excited about something and you want to come on and talk about it. It never moved me like that. Who cares?
Why the rain? Just the rain on something. What,
What's
you gonna
your
eat that?
time?
That's nasty. Excellent. I will have more for myself. I didn't offer you any. What?
It doesn't make any
How does that bring you anything other than alienate
figure
more
out what that
people,
is,
and then you'll
yeah.
be mad because the people alienate. Then you'll be like, well, I don't like people anyway. That's how you get into that cycle, right? I'm gonna alienate people, then I'm gonna say I don't like them anyway because people ain't nothing, but you're a person. I mean, the whole thing gets weird. Just get rid of it.
Just don't do it.
Just chuck all the, and it starts in your thoughts, because I don't think people wake up in the morning and they just do it behaviorally.
Right.
It's that devaluation. Stop devaluating your own positive things. Stop negating your own stuff. You know, some of us grew up with people who did it. Can we just keep it real for like a second?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of us grew up with family members and stuff like that. That
don't get me
just
started.
as soon as you got a A minus, they were like, why isn't it A?
What happened to those extra points that you?
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who talked about your weight right on the day you were feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, and some of us had that. You know, don't adopt that pattern.
People.
You remember how that was for you when you came in and you had something that you wanted to show daddy and you were so excited about it, and he said something disparaging about it. Don't be that person.
Don't be that person. Just because it was done to you.
Just because it was, and you're like, it made me stronger. It didn't. It made you
bitter.
bitter.
Replicate that. No.
It made you angry.
Yeah. That's why you sitting here now without joy.
It decreased some of that joy. Decide right now, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. All right. This was a good show. Ooh, we was talking good today.
We was walking good.
Come on now.
You getting the 2-finger point.
To us. So we're gonna close out. I did something fun on the socials this week.
Fun. You should really follow us on the socials, and we're gonna start just being, we're just gonna throw out like some fun things. We're gonna have some quizzes and things like that. We're gonna start putting out and set down
because we like to engage. We like to go back and forth, and so
don't miss it.
I just asked my friends, what's the last thing that you fully savored, and tell me about it. I didn't know what I was gonna get. Of course, the first one I got, I won't even say who it was from. He was possibly going to post some things that may not have been suitable for the social. And then someone came right behind him and posted something unsuitable anyway. So
you asked about what they savored, and they said, listen, I'm trying to tell you about the weekend I had.
And I didn't mind it. I want to hear about all of it. So the first
Spellhouse love
one
can be hot and steamy.
Can be. Will be. Huh?
We're brothers and sisters, but sometimes
we're not.
We connect. Dear old more.
Oh, Lord. All right. So the first entry is from my dear friend, Megan Shea. She is actually a podcaster herself. She has an amazing podcast, Hand Me My Purse. It is so amazing that who's the big iHeartRadio reached out to her and said, we want to completely develop your podcast. We see what you've been doing on your own. It is so good that we want to fully produce it. We'd like you to sign a contract with us. Shout out to Megan.
Shout out.
She is
good job.
She is amazing. I love her. She's from Baltimore, Maryland.
Does she say chew?
She does.
She's from Baltimore chew.
She's also from Compton, so it's like it's this weird
Baltimore.
Yes.
Baltimore.
But she said that the last thing that she had savored was a lemon chiffon mousse with blueberries. And I told her,
sounds delicious, and I want one right now.
Decadent AF.
I want one right now. Like I can even taste when you were saying it. I was like, lemon, blueberry.
What? Yeah. We start going back to those orgasms.
I know. Another good friend of us. Congratulations are in order, right? Another good friend of ours, Solette. She's part of our, when we talked about our crew of people who get together and we house in the park, we Cinco de Mayo and whatnot. She's always been around in that crew. She's from Detroit. She got engaged last week. So she said when we talked about what she savored last, she said he put a ring on it last week. So savory. Yes, queen.
Let me tell you
Congratulations.
why this
And
is-
congratulations to your intended
Yes.
for such a fantastic choice.
Listen, I'm going to tell you why this is especially savory. Celeste is an older woman. She has been in love with this man since high school. They had separated. They had their own lives, went and
Yeah,
had
don't do some
children
things.
here and married and whatever else.
Mhm.
And then they found each other within, I'd like to say, maybe the last 5 years, and decided, you know what? I've always loved you. I want to give this another try. And now they're getting married.
Would you look? Don't give
Listen.
up.
Don't ever give up. Listen. Keep on moving. Don't stop one dance a time. All right. Another one. This is from one of my favorite Joy Johns, Monica. She is from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Another Spellman sister.
Yay.
Monica, let me tell you something. Whatever she cooks, whatever she cooks, and it might be wild because I don't know, but I trust it. I know that she's going to deliver. And she said that the last thing she had savored was a fried egg with avocado, 2 slices of salami, topped with onion chili crunch and sazon tropical seasoning on 2 slices of Tuscan bread. Listen, if ever there was anything to
Closed
be
her eyes when she
savored,
bit into
listen,
that.
she said it was a yummy breakfast that I actually took the time to prepare this morning.
That's it right there. That you
Make
took
me
time.
want to.
But even that she took the time to prepare that for herself, the self-care right there.
And then she
she
savored it when she
exercised.
put it together. That is worth savoring.
That's a good savor. I can't read the next one.
Okay, I got you. I think he wrote it phonetically.
Right.
So, Umi,
And I think like you'd have, you know what I'm saying? You'd have the
my boy Umi from Oakland, whoop, whoop. He went to a bar in Brazil. And the weather was perfect. The music was slapping. The food was good. And he said, I, with my work and job blessing, had made it happen. That's a real good. See, that's going back to that
that's good.
shouting, that
That's all
self.
of it. That's
I made this happen.
congratulations.
No, it didn't just fall in my lap.
Yeah.
I did this.
and he's made a memory. I mean, he did like all of the things you do when you're to savor.
That was a good one. So on that note,
I'm about to have a savoring summer.
we
Listen,
ooh,
this is gonna be the summer of savor. Whatever that means.
whatever that. Whatever that means. Thank you for joining us in our season of savoring and appreciation.
We gonna savor some more next week.
Listen, we want you to be a part of our community,
Please, oh please.
part of our Joy Johns.
Please,
We
oh,
want you to rate, review, subscribe, like it, talk about it, share it,
Do it
put
right
it
now.
on the social.
Like,
Right
do
now.
it right now. Like you're thinking
Don't
about
wait.
it, just be like, okay, let me just do right now. Let me go on Facebook and write a review.
Savor
Let me
this
go
moment.
to
Yeah.
YouTube and write a review. Let me share it with just at least one person. Let me make sure I'm subscribed on the podcast I'm listening. Just do it right now.
Yeah. All
Thank you.
right. And on that note,
Bye, Joy John. Joy John. Joy John.
ready or not, I'll give you everything and more. All that I got, I'll give yours. I'll give you everything, every little thing, all that you're looking for.
We love to hear your stories about joy and how the podcast and joy movement are meaningful to you. Please submit to the Joy Journal at info@thejoyrxwebsite.com.
And please follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at The Joy RX, and on Twitter and YouTube at The Real Joy RX.
If you love what you hear and see on this podcast, love us, and love joy, please rate, like, subscribe, follow, and share.
And if you want to get some fancy joy merch, letting everyone know you are part of the Joy RX movement, go to shopjoyrx.com.
Thank you for joining us.